photos of beaming soldiers about to go off to war. These shots were posted online by Israeli troops currently fighting Hamas in Gaza. Military service is compulsory in Israel, both for men and women, once they reach 18. And these soldiers, just like most people around the world their age, share details of their everyday life on social networks, even if that includes being photographed in uniform and carrying a rifle. But the photos have shocked a large number of web users who say in no way do they reflect the reality of the situation on the ground. The young soldiers in the pictures come across as pretty carefree. The shots are worlds apart from the Israel Defense Forces airstrikes and shelling across Gaza and the climate of fear in southern Israel under threat and attack by Hamas rocket launchers. Numerous Twitter users have been voicing their outrage over the photos, which seem to belittle the enormity and the gravity of the conflict. Others, however, have said they find it an interesting initiative as it gives a human face to the Israeli military. Either way, the controversy has led experts to question the role social networks are playing in the military campaign. The IDF has been using the internet since the start of the offensive to share details of operations and justify its action. Researcher Michael Koplow finds it too aggressive. In an article posted to the website of Foreign Policy magazine, he says that by boasting about its military victories online, Israel could end up isolating itself from the rest of the world. American filmmaker Matthew VanDyke arrived in Syria without a visa mid-October. In this interview for online news site Mashable, he had spoken of his intention to film a documentary alongside Syrian rebels, with a view to encouraging the international community to support the uprising against the Bashar al-Assad regime by supplying money and weapons. This isn't the first time he's been on the front line. He fought alongside rebels against Gaddafi's troops during the Libyan revolution. But he had no military experience and was soon captured by loyalist forces. Detained in a Tripoli prison for 6 months, he managed to escape during the last hours of Gaddafi's regime. So far, Matthew VanDyke has said he wants to concentrate on his documentary, so he won't be taking up arms in Syria. But according to his Facebook posts, he does wear a Free Syrian Army uniform every day, so no one thinks he's a journalist. He says he's an activist above all, and is asking, for example, for online donations in order to buy a new ambulance for a hospital in Aleppo. His involvement hasn't gone unnoticed by the Syrian authorities. In his most recent blog posts, The American says there have been a number of pieces about him in official media, in which he's described as a terrorist. Although Matthew VanDyke says he's now in a very perilous situation, he regularly reaffirms his commitment to seeing his project through. John McAfee, founder of the American antivirus software company that bears his name, is the prime suspect in the murder of his neighbour in Belize, where the entrepreneur has lived for the past few years. He went on the run from police mid-November and hasn't been seen since. But instead of keeping a low profile and disappearing completely, the fugitive has started a blog on which he puts forward his case and maintains his innocence. John McAfee is sharing all sorts of information on the site called The Hinterland, detailing his experiences hiding from the authorities in Belize. The murder suspect says he has a number of disguises to avoid being recognized by police, and even admits a 20-year-old woman called Samantha helped him make his escape. John McAfee has also taken the opportunity to criticize the Belizean police, who he feels are not conducting a thorough enough investigation. He claims they're not even trying to find the real culprits and will stop at nothing to pin the killing on him. He appeals to the authorities to stop harassing his family to find out his whereabouts, and is also asking web users for help with the promise of a $25,000 reward for anyone who can help prove his innocence. And this incredible story has proved to be a popular talking point on the web. Internet users have been creating photo montages of John McAfee, poking fun at his current situation and suggesting what he might be getting up to on the run. And these wacky creations will no doubt continue to find their way online as long as the murder suspect remains on the run. In this video, we see a group of residents at a retirement home in Ontario, Canada, perform a lip dub to one of the biggest hits of the year, Call Me Maybe by Carly Rae Jepsen, and it's become the latest viral sensation on sharing sites, proving that staying young, well, it's a state of mind. The people who made this video, which was filmed in Utah in the US, filled 1,400 bin bags with dead leaves and then emptied them into a garden, creating a pile of leaves that stood over 5 meters high. And as we can see here, once they completed their task, they made great use of this natural cushion. A fun and novel idea, but we don't recommend you try it at home.
There's people in that car watching us.